William George Ouchi is an American-Japanese professor and author in the business management field. Best known for identifying a style of management, Theory Z, which allow organizations to enjoy many of the advantages of both American and Japanese system. He described this concept in the best-selling book published in 1981. William Ouchi was born on the 28th June 1943 in Honolulu, Hawaii. He attended the exclusive Williams College in Massachusetts, where he gained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Economy in 1965. After that, he returned to Honolulu and married his former school friend, Carol Kagawa. William's father-in-law, Lawrence Kagawa, runs the Hawaiian branch of a U.S. insurance company and was a regular business visitor to both U.S. and Japan. This gave Williams insight to differing business practices in the two countries and was introduced to Sony founder Akio Morita. Later, William and his wife moved to California, where he enrolled at Stanford University to study for his MBA. After 5 years at the University of Chicago, William was awarded his doctorate in business administration in 1972. In 1973, William returned to San Francisco to take up a lecturing post at Stanford Graduate Business School, lecturing on a first-year MBA course on organizational behavior, where he left in 1979 to take up a post with the Anderson School of Management at the University of California to teach courses in management and organization design while conducting research on the structure of large organization, Santa Monica. 2 years later, in 1981, William's keynote work Theory Z, How American Business Can Meet the Japanese Challenge, was published. In this book, he expanded on the themes he had first unveiled 5 years earlier in his Type Z organization paper and introduced the term Theory Z for the first time. Theory X and Y are created and developed by Douglas McGregor. These theories describe two contrasting models of workforce motivation applied by managers in human resource management, organizational behavior, organizational communication, and organizational development. According to this model, the two opposing sets of general assumptions of how workers are motivated form the basis of two managerial styles, and one of them is Theory X. Theory X is an authoritarian style of management. This presupposes that average employee dislikes work and finds it boring and will avoid it if he or she can. Theory X also concludes the average workforce is more efficient under strict supervision and authoritarian approach to management. Theory X believes that the worker is motivated by tangible rewards such as money and or threats to job security, whereas Theory Y is a participative style of management. Theory Y states that the work is as natural as play or rest. Theory Y also believes that workers are self-directed and target-oriented. Theory Y assumes that people in the workforce are internally motivated, enjoy their labor in the company, and work to better themselves without a direct reward in return. Theory Z, on the other hand, is an approach to management based on a combination of American and Japanese management philosophy focusing on a long-term employment. Theory Z is a managing style that focuses on a strong company philosophy, distinct corporate culture, long-range staff development, and consensus decision-making. This theory presumes that workers value a working environment in which such things as family culture, tradition, and social institutions are regarded as equally important as work itself. Now we will look at the comparison of Theory X and Theory Y. For motivation, Theory X assumes that people dislike work. They want to avoid it and do not want to take responsibility. Theory Y assumes that people are self-motivated and thrive on responsibilities. As for management style and control, in a Theory X organization, management is authoritarian and centralized control is retained, while in Theory Y, the management style is participative, where the management involves all the employees in decision making but retains the power to implement decision. As for work organization, Theory X employees tend to have a specialized and often repetitive work. In Theory Y, the work tends to be organized around wider areas of skills and knowledge. Employees are also encouraged to develop expertise and make recommendations and improvements. As for rewards and appraisal, Theory X organizations work on a carrot and stick basis, where the performance appraisal is part of the overall mechanism of control and remuneration. As for Theory Y, performance appraisal is a separate mechanism from the organizational controls. Lastly, for application, Theory X is widely applied in large-scale production operation and unskilled production line work, whereas Theory Y is widely used in the organization that values and encourage participation. For example, such as highly structured knowledge work and professional service. Now let's look at the comparison of Theory X, Y, and Z. William called his model Theory Z, which falsely gave the impression that it was McGregor's idea. Theory Z, however, advocates a combination of all best attributes of Theory Y and modern Japanese management principles, which place a large amount of freedom and trust with workers, and assumes that the workers have a strong loyalty and interest in team working and organization. Theory Z also places more reliance on the attitude and responsibilities of the workers, whereas McGregor's XY theory is mainly focused on management and motivation from the managers and organizations' perspective.
There are 8 characteristics of Theory Z. The first one, collective decision making. Making decisions by involving the employees so that they feel a part of the organization. Once the decisions are being decided, they will try their best to maintain it. Collective decision making is the main principle of the Theory Z. For example, CEO of Nike, Mark Parker, he said that Nike is an organization that's full of ideas and opportunity. He mentioned that he always asks a lot of questions to the team member to think through, and he won't say that do this, do that to the team. He will try to let themselves to think a good idea since they know what to do. The second one, long-term employment. Having a long-term employment is important to employees where they felt like they are being secure of having a job. The long-term employment guarantee the employees, and at the same time the employees generate the loyalty where they felt like they are a part of the organization. Long-term employment also functioning as to promote the stability in the organization and job security among the employees. For example, Samsung. The average of the Samsung employees spent 10.8 years with the company, up for the 6 consecutive years and 80% longer than 2005 6.0 years, the smallest figure since 2000 year. The third one, job rotation. Job rotation help the employees to be more generalized the workplace more than specialized. Having a job rotation, the employees are being given the opportunity to improve their skill, know more about the other departments' work, also know the facets of the organization. This is also an opportunity to the employees to deploy in different departments and level. The fourth one, slow promotion. William Ouchi preferred to have a slow evaluation, which means that there is not a necessary for employees to shoot up to be the hierarchical leaders like a rocket in a short time. Slow promotion provides a chance by giving more time to the employee to develop well and carry out their work with more dedication. This leads to a permanent workforce with loyal employees where they have the opportunity to develop at a single company over the course of their career. According to the traditional big Japanese company, they implement the slow promotion and they prioritize the seniority to decide the promotion. Even you work very hard or you deliver the significant performance, you have to wait until your turn. The fifth one, focus on training. Giving training to the employees to improve the performance in the workplace. This provides an opportunity to the employees to develop their skills and knowledge where they can improve the qualities and skills that the organization demands with. For example, Genting Malaysia. Genting Malaysia provides 8.2 million ringgit Malaysia total investment in the employee training in Malaysia and UK. This is to maintain the world-class service to their customers, so providing training are important to improve their performance. The sixth one, care of personal circumstances. In Theory Z, the organization cannot ignore the employee's personal life. Although the employees have been worked for 8 hours per day, they also need sometimes to manage their personal life because they are an important roles in the family, such as father, mother, husband, wife, or son and daughter. So, the organization have the responsibility to provide support, understanding, and dedication under the challenging situation. For example, Fashion Valet prepare the facilities such as kid room and nursing room to the working mother. The reason that they provide the facilities is to allow the employees to bring along their child to their workplace so that they can take care of their child and work at the same time. Number 7, informal control with formalized measure. The organizations that apply Theory Z are more relying on informal method of control but thus measure performance through formal mechanism. The organization giving the clarity to let the employees knows the position that they stand. So the organization need to draw up the rules and indicate in advance to the goal and the expectation through the employees. This will produce the outcome where is more efficiency and effectively. The example of formal control with a market mechanism are profit planning, product calculation, budgeting, performance measurement, transfer pricing, and investment calculation. Informal control consists of group norms, company culture, and symbol. For example, the management needs some ways to inform subordinate of the organization's goals, such as through budget, personnel planning, job description. The management must also create incentive for everyone to pull in the same direction. The last one, number 8, individual responsibility. The organization recognizes the individual contribution but always within in the team. Individual responsibility is essential for employees to have their own responsibility and to help contribute to the organization. This will motivate them to carry out the work on time and well when they have their own responsibility. For example, Samsung never make the responsibility ambiguous. A manager will enjoy the absolute support of the boss, but if a manager fails to perform satisfactorily due to negligence, the support was being retrieved and the manager will have to assume all the responsibilities. Next is benefit of Theory Z. The first benefit is mutual trust. Trustee integrity and openness are important and crucial for an organization. This is because when they have trustee and openness between the employees, it will let them to be more cooperate to fulfill the goal of the organization. Next is strong bond between organization and employees. Organization may give extra bonus, welfare, or career planning so that the employee feel that they are important to the company. Hence, it would create more stable and good working environment. The third benefit is increased performance and productivity of employees. The employees should participate in the decision-making process and give their opinion. Such kind of involvement is very meaningful for the employee. Through the participation of employee directly to the company, they will feel emphasized by the company. In the result, the employee will be responsible for their idea and project. Therefore, the performance will become better. The fourth one is improve interdependence of tasks. It emphasizes on sharing of information and resources rather than on chart. An integrated organization emphasizes on job rotation. This is because this will let the employee know about everything and the interdependence of the task. Such understanding tends to create a group spirit. The fifth one, promote teamwork. Theory Z has no formal structure in the organization. Therefore, Theory Z able let employees to work together as a team and they share the same information and resources. The last benefit is Informal control system. Organizational control system is made in informal. This style will ensure the boosting of mutual trust between the employees in the organization.
Critics on Theory Z. The theory cannot ensure the loyalty of employee. It just provides a job security, but it may not relate to the loyalty of employee to the organization. The employee may leave the organization if other organizations provide a better offer to them. Second, the result of involvement of employee may not satisfy. The involvement of employee in decision-making process may not satisfy or reach the minimum requirement. Some of the manager may dislike the involvement of the employee due to this will limit their freedom. The employee may also dislike involved in the decision-making process because they are fear of criticism and fear the idea to be rejected. Third, the involvement of all employees may slow down the process. Involvement of all employees will slow down the decision process. This is because the number of involvement is too big and it will take time to collect everyone's opinion and idea. Next, Theory Z suggests that the organization without any structure. Theory Z suggests that the organization without any structure, but if there are no structure in the organization, it will confuse because nobody will know who should report to. Hence, the organization will occur a chaos situation. Next, Theory Z is based on Japan management practice. Theory Z is based on Japan management practice. This practice involves the culture of Japan. Therefore, this practice or theory may not suitable for other countries of different culture. Next, Theory Z is very limited. Theory Z is very limited because this theory lack of empirical research. Therefore, this theory not enough proof. Finally, Theory Z emphasizes on the class feeling within the organization. Theory Z emphasizes on the class feeling within the organization. This is because the employees have different habit and language, even dress code. Hence, it is very difficult to achieve a class feeling within the organization. In the conclusion, Theory Z, which proposed by William Ouchi, tend to increase the motivation of employee, the performance of the organization, and loyalty of employee by providing employment for lifetime. While it also have their drawback, which is this theory is very limited and it cannot ensure the loyalty of employee. This theory also suggests that organization with no structure, so the employee do not know who should report to and occur a chaos situation. In addition, some of the country may not suitable to use this theory because this theory is based on Japan management practice. From the theory X, Y, and Z, we think that the combination of the theory Z with theory X and Y is the best solution for an organization. A successful company not only depends on a single theory, it can use the theory which is suitable for the company goals, where Theory Z is more focused on the attitude and responsibility of the employee, while Theory X and Y are mainly focused on the management and motivation. Therefore, we suggest that combination of these three theories is good for a company.